Maki Zen'in is one of the main supporting cast members in Jujutsu Kaisen, and in the latest chapters has kind of been made into a main protagonist ever since the end of Shibuya. Today I'll go over her origins, her place right now, and her future potential in the story. Let's get into the video. Maki was born into the Zen'in household, one of the big three families in the Jujutsu world. Along with her twin sister Mai, they were treated poorly by the clan members for not possessing any powerful curse techniques. And in Maki's case, not at all. You see, Maki was born with a heavenly restriction, limiting her cursed energy until she barely had any at all, and was born without a technique, wasn't able to see curses like her sister Mai. This lack of ability was a downside on Maki's end, but in exchange she received inhuman capabilities like increased strength, speed, and agility. But even though she had these strengths, it didn't stop the abuse from the other Zen'in members. So in accordance with this, she decided to leave the Zen'in clan to become a Jujutsu sorcerer, and one day return to take over the clan. But this pulled Mai into the mess of things. As you may know, Mai never wanted to become a Jujutsu sorcerer, and didn't want to do anything but live a normal life. But since Maki left, it meant that Mai also had to leave to become a sorcerer as well. This will throw in a wrench into his sister's relationship, with Mai bearing resentment and hatred towards Maki. The two wouldn't talk until the Goodwill event, where the two would face off. The duel ends in Maki's victory, leaving Mai in a depressed state. Now that we've gone over her origin and her predicament, I would now like to go over her current physical capabilities and her future strengths to come. As you may know, Maki is basically your average citizen, but gifted through the heavenly restriction, making her a league of her own when it comes to hand-to-hand combat. In addition to her physical capabilities, she has a higher durability than most humans. And this is demonstrated when her entire torso is lit on fire when Jogo finished her off, Nanami and Nabito in one fell swoop. Out of everyone, Maki is the only one to survive this attack, but this did lead to permanent burns on all over her body. So to pretty much say that Maki's a human tank with tank physicality would be an understatement to say the least. Also, within the same fight there, when Toji made it onto the scene, Nabito states that this will be Maki when she fully realizes her own potential. And for those who don't know, Toji in hidden inventory was able to put his second-year Gojo on the brink of death. If that isn't enough to convince you, I would suggest rereading Gojo's past arc. Now, with all of this in mind, it's fair to say that Maki would potentially be special grade level or even higher if we're going with Toji logic here. Where Maki is right now, I can see two possible outcomes. The first option is her and Megumi basically rebuilding the Zen'in clan, because the past few chapters have basically dedicated to her basically destroying it all because of my sacrifice. That's probably the simplest option she can go down, and I think it's most likely in my opinion, because it just seems like it's destined for that. Another option I think of is her basically getting the death sentence. Because when the news of the entire Zen'in clan basically being taken out by one person, I don't think the higher-ups are the type of people just like sit down and just let that happen. I feel like she's going to get the same treatment Yaga and Yuji have, basically getting pretty much getting executed. Or basically being put on a bounty list, like in One Piece, like how you have different bounties, but it might go down that route, but I feel like the first option is more likely. But those are my thoughts, and if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, like, and to pretty much do all of that. I plan on doing Megumi next, so stay notified for the next video drop. And it has been your host Blind, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.